So you guys are making sushi today, okay? We're gonna do California rolls. So I pre-made the rice for you. Proper sushi chefs actually spend years learning how to make rice properly. I'm not a professional sushi chef, so I used a pressure cooker. Okay, but there will be more than enough for you guys to have today. All right, you are going to have to prepare some ingredients. So we have cucumber that you're going to julienne. All right, we have some crab. This is imitation crab. Imitation crab sometimes comes in long strips like this, sometimes in chunks. They're both very tasty. It is imitation because actual crab is very expensive. And this is a whitefish called pollock that has a very similar flavor. Okay, you can cut it, or you could just kind of peel it like string cheese. Okay, and then you have avocados. Avocados, if you aren't aware, you're gonna make sure that it's right by giving it a light squeeze. Okay, it should be a little bit soft to the touch, and you should be able to take this little piece where it attaches to the avocado tree. If it peels out easily and it's light green underneath, it's ripe, and if it's soft. If it's brown or it doesn't want to peel out, then it's not ripe. Okay, so you're going to take your knife, you kind of cut around the center of the avocado, twist, you get the pit. Now a lot of people will hold the avocado in their non-dominant hand and they'll take their knife and slam it into the pit. It's a little dangerous. Okay, lots of people go to the hospital because they've missed the avocado and they've just hit their hand. You don't want to mess with all the tendons and things that are happening in your hand. So what I'm going to have you do, instead of holding it, put the avocado down, and you can tap it lightly, or you can do that and it will twist out. Much, much safer. Okay, now you're going to take your avocado and make nice little slices, and then you can use a spoon to kind of slide around the side, and they should just slide out nicely. Okay, so our cucumbers are ready, our avocado is ready, our crab is ready, but our rolling mat is not ready. So if you're a professional, you can just roll right on this. I'm not a professional, you guys are not professional sushi rollers, so we're gonna cover it with plastic wrap. So you get a piece of plastic wrap that's bigger than you need, you cover it entirely on both sides, okay? And then you fold those ends in, so it's covered on both sides. That way the rice won't get stuck in between and make it so that it won't roll well. Okay? Now, the last thing we need is the nori. Nori is seaweed that's been roasted. It has two different sides, okay? One side is very shiny, okay, very shiny. The other side has lots of lines on it. You guys see those lines? Those lines help it to bend easier, okay? So we're gonna go shiny side to the rice. I'm gonna put it on the mat like this, okay? Now every year, I have someone that thinks that they can roll their sushi mat this way. It doesn't work. It has to roll this way. So you put your nori on the rolling mat, and then we're gonna get our rice. Sushi rice is extremely, extremely sticky, okay? The way that we fix that is to get your hands wet, okay? So you're gonna pick up a whole bunch of rice. We're just gonna put it on the nori, okay? We're not trying to make sumo rolls, so we're not trying to completely fill this. We just want enough to kind of get a nice light layer. All right. Kind of spread it out. I like to leave a little edge right here that doesn't have any rice on it. That way, we can seal the roll up. Okay. Good. All right. So now we're going to start putting our fillings on. So I'm going to start with my cucumber. Just going to make a nice little line of cucumber. Okay. I'm not trying to cover the entire section of rice. Just a nice line. If you cover the whole thing, it won't roll well. Okay. I'm going to put some crab on here. And then the avocado. Okay, so just a nice little layer. gonna do is you're gonna lightly hold your fillings and lift up the mat. Just to the point that the nori kind of touches the rice again. You're gonna give it a light squeeze. You guys are strong. If you squeeze too hard, the fillings will shoot out the sides. So just a nice little pinch, okay? Now there are people who will continue to try to roll at this point, but you won't be able to get the sushi roll out. So you still have to hold up this mat, and you're gonna continue to roll till you get onto the counter. Okay, and then again, a light squeeze. We want those fillings to stay in the center, not coming out the sides. And then you unroll, and you have a nice little sushi roll, okay? So then we're gonna move it back onto the cutting board, and we're gonna cut it. Now because that rice is sticky, we're gonna get our knife wet. Okay, so just kind of put some water on it. And you're gonna slice through. That first piece, because it's not full at the end, is always a little funny. The next piece should look better. Okay. So there you have some California roll. Pretty nice. So you can put this nice little spicy pepper sesame mix on it if you like a little bit of heat to yours. Okay, it also makes it look a little bit prettier. Okay. Another thing that you can do a reverse roll. So you'll put the rice right on here and then put the nori on top of that. So the rice is on the outside. All right. But one thing that the Japanese really pride themselves in is presentation. Okay. So to make it look even prettier, you're gonna make some wasabi. Okay. This is powdered wasabi. This stuff, if you don't know, is crazy spicy. Okay, you will feel it in your nose. So what we're gonna do is take just a small eating spoon, about that much, put it in there. We're gonna take about an equal amount of water, just from your ricey water. And we're gonna mix it, okay? Kind of making a Play-Doh texture. You guys all played with Play-Doh? Yes? Good. This is one of those times where it's good to play with your food. That into a nice little ball. Okay. So now we just have a nice little ball. Now you can shape it. I've seen smiley faces, I've seen hearts, stars. Somebody made a snowman today. Okay, but my favorite is to make a little leaf. Okay, there's your little leaf. Right? And then you can just present it nicely.